Yo, welcome back. It's Mass Podcast. And again, if you've been anywhere near social media, you're aware that Kanye's been wilding again. I can't lie. This isn't the first time he's crashed out on Twitter, but this time he's said a bit more than he usually does. Obviously, recently we've had the Kendrick and Drake rhetoric and the Nazi stuff. Now it's gone more towards Jay-Z and Beyonce, and Playboy Carti as of recent as well. But the most shocking thing that this guy said was in relation to Jay-Z and Beyonce's children, whether false or whether it's true. Like, we know he crosses lines. We know he says things to be, what's the word? Chaotic. That's not even the word I want to use, but he wants to be chaotic. He wants to be a person to stir conversation. But is this too far? He talked about the needs, the hypothetical needs of their kids, and he's put it down to artificial insemination. Um, I don't know how much of that is true, but he's claiming or he's saying out loud that no, Jay-Z is going to want to M him off, as we say in England. To M someone off means to, do you know what I mean? So that's what we're looking at the moment. Again, he's antagonizing Drake's affiliate. I call him an affiliate, top five from Toronto. Just beat a M charge. There's a lot going on now. My question to everyone is, what do you think the purpose of this is? Do you think he's fallen off? He needs the attention? Do you think these are his genuine thoughts and he just wants to air them? Or do you think it's just craving attention? Like, what do we think it is? Is it an attention grab? Is it true? Is it just to be provocative? That's what I've used before. Is it just to be provocative and stir people? Like, I think Kanye is saying a lot of stuff for attention. I think a lot of this, personally, is very frankly for attention. Attention seeking is an attention whore. However, Kanye's been an attention whore. This is nothing new to him. Seeing people spotlight, speaking out of turn, saying anything. He's called himself a god. Now he says he's a prophet. Lord forgive anyone who's going to that Sunday service he's starting up, because that's ridiculous. But again, Kanye's always been a person to be outspoken about certain things. My thing is, I don't agree with most of his sentiment. Well, most of his tweets, if I'm being honest. However, with Kanye, I don't want to throw out the baby with the bathwater. If I said 90% of it's dirty bathwater, I still think there's something that he's trying to make a point about. Now, that's not the whole of it. As again, I think it's attention seeking, but the point everyone's getting onto him for outing black families, it's for discussing a certain ethnic group of people. However, Kanye's point is this ethnic group of people, not all of them, but some of them, he just refers to them as that collective, have made billions, trillions of dollars off the backs of black people who are rapping about murder and killing, selling drugs within communities. That's acceptable. Okay? Now, I ain't going to say it on here because, again, I don't want to publicly use the word to encourage people who might not be of a certain descent to use it. But the N word gets used around. If it's so derogatory, why are we allowed to put in music? If people say the F word, when we know what the F word is, there's the cancellation. So I think, yes, what Kanye is doing is wrong, but I think he's doing it. He's going to that far extreme to prove a point. Now, again, whether right or wrong, I think he's just trying to prove a point about what's going on. And I think he's just in his own mind deciding that, hey, I'm gonna have to be the fall guy. Now, no one's asking him to do this, no one's wanted him to do this. Everyone's telling him to shut up. Um, Kanye's always been Kanye, whether you like him or you don't like him. I think he's gonna continue to waffle on until someone does something about it. And I think the issue with Kanye is he's broken free out of the system, in terms of having so much money and taking everything into his own hands now. The thing with that though, he's asking for people in one of the other tweets, he's asking for someone to get rid of him, basically. And says, even if you get rid of me, it's going to make me greater. So I think he wants to go out as the greatest. And I think, again, this comes down to his jealousy. He's admitted he's jealous of Drake. He was happy to go on the song with Future and Kendrick Lamar. Do you see Drake trying to take him down? But he wasn't the one to get it down, to get Drake down, sorry. So again, he's not the one to take him down. He's jealous of Kendrick Lamar. He's jealous that Kendrick's the person people are looking to, and I think that's a lot of the reason for his aggravation towards him based on what was on the Playboy Carti album. I think he's just a jealous hater, but again, if we just to get a bit deeper, I do think he's a jealous hater, like I stated, but again, he's saying he was fine until it was on DSPs because he mentioned Lucy and Grange, and then he was happy with Drake at one point, even though he hated Drake at another point. I know he hates Drake again, but when it seems like it's going against a certain ethnic group of people, those who will not be named on here, because I'm not trying to get struck down, but again, the fact that I think again this goes to his point, we know what we can't say about that group of people. And I'm not saying we should say things, but I'm saying we know what we can't say towards them. And I think this becomes the issue for people like Kanye West. We have to say the group that can't be named because apparently it's anti-Semitic if we mention them. And I've just started the show. I ain't trying to get struck down, so allow me. But I think there's a high level of frustration there. But again, he's talking smack about Kim. He's even said his kids have let him down recently, which is wild. But yeah, he feels stabbed back by everyone. But again, you let me know. Is Kanye West just an attention seeking whore? Do you see any value in what he's saying? Is he speaking what he believes to be the truth? You let me know in the comments, okay? Tell me your thoughts. I'll get back to most people, or at least like your comment in it. So follow, like, subscribe if you haven't done that already. God bless. Take care. Till the next time. Mass podcast. Come on.